Maria, I called for the meeting the other day, hoping that we could come together, discuss our issues, both show up and take accountability for our actions and walk away at a better place. But I actually walked away with a much negative omen type of spirit on me, and I guess that was I had to school myself to say, God, what was that purpose for? Why did I do? Because I almost regret that I did it. But I just wanted to go through some things because I don't feel like you're taking accountability for a lot of things, and some of the things that you're mentioning in your defense of your behavior is not accurate. This is what your living room floor looked like when I moved into your duplex. It was a cement floor. Is that factual or no? This is my porch. This is my front porch. This is what your living room floor looked like. Is that accurate or no? Yes or no? Would you move into a place with a cement floor, no carpeting, no sort of flooring whatsoever? Would you do that? Yes or no? I did not ask you to upgrade the carpet. I went out and spent my own money to upgrade the carpet because I understood that at that particular time, financial difficulty, you were in a financial place, whether you want to admit that or not. I appreciate the fact that maybe you're not there now, but you were there then. And that's the truth of the matter. So the point of me moving in, if you could have gotten someone, first off, you wouldn't have been able to rent it with a cement floor like that. But I upgraded the floor. I got the carpet and everything like that. The way that you described me at that meeting when we had that conversation, yes, we had a conversation. I'm not a Christian, so I curse. I don't want to be nothing like you Christian mother. I don't want to be nothing like y'all. So I may have used some curse words or whatever. But what you see is what you get at all times. And so for you to describe it as though it was like a different side. No, baby, you're gonna get the same thing every damn time, every time. And so maybe, but at no point did I make you feel as if you were in danger or that I would cause harm to you. Matter of fact, I dropped you off after we left the restaurant, gave you the key to go into the duplex, and I pulled off to and went out to allow time for the tension to die down, because it was a heated argument. I do feel like you came in and upgraded your place the way you would have wanted, and your place was luxurious. How would that make you feel if I was renting to you a place and I did nothing to improve the place, but when I move in next door to you, I did everything to make sure my space was good? And what kind of logic is that? Oh, I'm the owner, and you're just a tenant. Okay, well, I am the tenant casting revenue, generating revenue into your pocket. So shouldn't you have a little bit more And it just confirms to me the level of logic is just kind of flawed for me. But never at any point did I make you feel uncomfortable. When I returned back from going out, you had already left, and you left the key on the counter, which was absolutely fine. After that, sure, we didn't have very much contact. The reason why communication with you, and you didn't send me any information. If you did, I don't recall it. But the bottom line is, you were the one who was like, okay, well, you just talk to my management team or whatever. You don't talk to my management. Okay, fine. So I got to your management team, and when I moved out of your place, by the time I got ready to move out of your place, you and I weren't even on speaking terms. Communication had already exhausted itself. So that's not accurate that you sent me correspondence or say that's not accurate. But me and the management team was going to charge me. It was $600. The numbers don't even add up if you do the math. But he was going to charge me. I paid you a deposit. My deposit was $600. He reduced the deposit from $600 to $300, and that's where you come up with a $300 minimum. Escrow, if escrow is not returned within 30 days of a rental, then you get 3 times the escrow amount. So the $300 times 3 does not even add up. That's why I sued you for the $1,500. What you witnessed is a backlash of your behavior that came back and backfired on you, because that man was going to charge me. He deducted $300 out of my $600 deposit because the floor the floor in the garage was painted green, but you didn't take it. You knew that I had spent thousands of dollars to put tile up in the garage and give it make it into a separate room for my studio, adding value to your property by giving you a third room instead of two. And for him to take away $300, and you had to be aware of it because that's how you got the numbers. But for you to just take away half of my deposit and then decide for me that you're just gonna give me my $300 whenever you get it or whenever you feel, no, that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful and appalling. And I left really offended after that meeting, to be honest with you. But I think now that I process it, what was my takeaway, God? Why did you send me there to do that? And what is it that I'm supposed to take away from that meeting? And I think what he wanted to show me is that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. That's still the same individual. And they will not have remorse. And for you to say, you forgive me, like I've done so, really? I mean, really? I was expecting an apology. Of course, I don't think that will ever happen because I don't feel like you're even willing to take accountability for anything you've done, and you're only recognizing the backlash of some of the things you've done and how it blew up back on you. Now I don't know what sort of friction that may have caused you during your stay in Baltimore, Maryland with me suing you. I don't know what backlash that had, but those were that was my reaction to a number of different actions that you gave. And then we had that issue about you not wanting Martin to stay at my house. You not wanting Martin to stay at my house and this, that, and other. Well, sweetheart, you said, well, I got to know you better. No, sweetie, I met you in 2000. That message that you sent to Wee Wee, Martin is to stay at your house and your house only, that was in 2017. So we had known each other for 17 years then. So the fact that you didn't trust me or felt like your children would not be in a safe place around me or whatever, it was jarring and that was a little bit shocking, but okay, fine. Let me help you protect your keep your kids safe. But don't call on me and ask me to pick him up when it's convenient for you, because if you don't trust him in my environment, then keep him. I'm gonna help you keep him away from me, type of deal. But it's just it's just a number of different things that I found very, very offensive. And I think my takeaway from it, or what God wanted me to recognize, is don't be so distracted by the reunion, and understand that it's the same person. And so to go back to the situation where you were like, oh, well, you had the money. Well, first off, you don't just get to determine what I have in my bank account. You don't get to determine how my finances go. And Yolanda is going to be on your side when she's with you, and she's going to be on my side when she's with me, but she's never going to try to unify, modify, or mediate. Division is her strongest asset. So for you to say, well, Yolanda had gave you, it was about the principle at that time. I wasn't going to allow you to continue to walk over me and take advantage of me the way you had done so many times in the past, and to know that you stand defiant on that particular energy is just, I guess, it's eye-waking. And I say thank you, Lord, because that's the information or what I was supposed to get from that meeting, I guess.